Hello, I'm fixing everything, and because there is always something to be fixed today, let's see how we're gonna service this machine. First thing that needs to happen is to remove the plastic covers off so we can get to the points around the machine. Remove the panda as well. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do is remove. Can you see these tabs right here? Let's remove them first. Maybe get a little child clipping. What do you say? Whatever you can. Oh, I forgot. I removed two here. Yeah. Whatever you can see, cup. Just take it out. I'm using just a normal tweezer. There is some here on the back as well. One here. If your camera is shaking, forgive my kid. Should be one more. No, only one. Okay. And now the screw is right there. It's just a regular PH2 screwdriver. Screws are the same length. Lift up so this notch gets released from here, and when we're putting it back in, you need to be careful because it goes up and then clips down. Okay. Now this panel on the back is one whole thing. We missed one. We missed one cover right there. Can you see it? You can. Okay, so what I was doing. They're exactly the same length, so don't worry. Put them in one place so you don't lose them. everything lifts up because there is tabs. Now, something very important, and that's why you're watching this video, is there is a screw right there. If you can see it. Right here. It is hidden, and if you don't take it out, good luck removing the other side panel. Good. I was going to put it in my coffee. There is one more here on the side top, right underneath the threads. No, nope, don't touch this one. Can you see this one? Don't touch it. Come on. Missing screw. Very nice, but it happens. This one is completely loose. Now we need a small screwdriver, ratchet, small ratchet. Maybe if my head is not in the way. There is two on the bottom as well. It's hard to see them, but they are there. This one, since the last service, I think did like 5 million stitches. So it's not that much. Now is the moment when you take all of it out to prepare yourself with some parts. Maybe take and replace the fixed knife, but I haven't prepared with anything, so if it's working, don't touch it. People say that preventative maintenance is also a good call. There's one screw right here. How can I show you? Mainly cables. Wooden cross screwdriver. All the way this way, yeah? You need to push this way and then remove it. I think there is a few, yeah, this one, it gets into here. I was just going to say, make sure you don't drop the you don't drop the screw, but anyway. I see someone use the correct there is two here, one here that you can't see because my phone is not. Two. Be careful with this one. And now all the sensors are connected to it, so we'll just lean it to one side, just like that, okay? And that's how to take the panels off. So we're looking for the yellow screws. Can you see they're a bit yellowish? Yeah, golden color. And remove them. Oh, incorrect. Oh, it's a tox. Okay. It's a T20 tox. Can you see? You can, yeah. I'll show you from underneath. It's already loose. There is only one screw left.
Mama is daddy.
Oh, he's in the video big time. I started filming him when I started the video. And there is the last one. Right here.
Wow.
And we'll just leave it hanging all to the side. Be gentle with the screen not touching, but this exposes all the insides. And that's how to take all the panels off so you can service the machine. Okay, so for the service, we're gonna use this service manual for this embroidery machine, but they're pretty similar. And what you need is, I will tell you, don't use grease that it's not for plastic gears. This grease here is for plastic gears. Molykote EM-30L. It's pretty expensive for what it is. I mean for the quantity, like 10 grams is like $10 for small packaging. So here on the top we'll just type Molykote. Yeah, and we'll start from the top like here. Is that the first one? It is. And we'll see everywhere where it says Molykote, and I'm gonna grease. So I'll follow here, grease, here, grease, everywhere. Yeah, this is on the side where the thread cutter is. Then we have for the lower shaft unit. Then we have stuff. Now there is one place for the lower shaft unit, because how it goes is the motor is hidden right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, this one right here, and it turns the whole machine. To get to the shaft on the lower bottom one, you need to unbolt the machine. But if you're careful, I will show you. You can actually see the shaft and get yourself without, because it's a big hassle. Maybe it's worth getting someone that knows what he's doing to service the machine. But if you look, like lean down, yeah, go into there. Can you see? Can you see the shaft? Huh? This gear needs some lubrication, and there is bearings as well that needs lubrication. So because it's aluminum on the bottom and there is no opening, the whole thing, this part from here to there needs to be taken out. But there is also an opening on the back that we can get to this one and put some grease. Okay, so let's start with this one because it's the most difficult part. First thing, apply grease to number 1, that's bottom shaft idler pulley opening. It says apply to the grease to the shaft hole on the idle pulley with the size of grain, 1 grain of rice. Of course, it's gonna be with the size of grain of rice because it's Japanese. Okay, it's a bit hard, even for me, to see what I'm doing, but I can take a little bit and just touch here onto the opening and hope that it's in the correct place, because you never know. How can I see even? Okay. Okay, you can see it from the back. I think you can. Anyway, let's see what is next. Apply Molykote to grease to the lower shaft gear. Lower shaft gear is exactly what I showed you. And I'll take my finger, dip it in the thingy, and I think I'll show you of the back. How can I see it from here? Can you see? I'll see it from here, and I'll just put my finger onto that gear with the molecule. Okay, now it's greased. I turned the machine a few times, and you can see the grease spread up around the gears. Second thing, or third one, is grease up the cams on the presser foot and the what is called the take up lever cam. So what we're gonna do is take a brush or our finger and we'll just fill it up a little bit. Okay, did you see that? I think paintbrush is even better. No, don't go there. Okay, turn the machine a little bit. And now we'll take the excess and just return it back in. Clear it more grease. Moly coat is important because of this plastic cam. If the cam was metal, no problem, but because this is plastic. Okay, wipe the excess and put it back in. I think that's enough. It doesn't say quantity. And now the same thing with this cam. Let it spread up a little bit. And now we'll wipe off the excess and put it back in. Okay, next thing is apply some grease here. This generally needs to be taken out, yeah, and be, don't even, what's the point of, it just needs oil. It needs, I think that's the most important bit, needs some onto the roller here. Can you see? Roller here. Actually, what I like to do is put grease onto the bearings, and when you have grease onto the bearings, it goes into the groove here. There we go. And now also it needs grease here on the take-up levers. See if you can take a brush maybe. I just go around there. Yeah, and put some grease. There we go. Also onto the roller itself. Again. And onto the gear here. So it's a good position, that's where it needs to be. That's the sensor. Be careful with the sensor to not damage or something. Okay. Good. Plenty of grease. Now, according to the manual, we need to put molecule grease around here. I really dislike that idea, and I think is the better solution. But if that's what they want, that's what they want, no problem. I'll just turn the machine a few times. Okay. Now, grease to this shaft here. It's maybe not a bad idea at all. Does it have any play? No. Good. Now there is one that I don't think we can really get into. This shaft that I'm shining my light to. Can you see on the back? Maybe we can see it from this side. No, I don't think we can. Anyway, so we'll skip this one. I just can't get to it. If you can, it's this one right there on the back. Yeah, maybe I'll put a drop of oil. Maybe oil. Let's put some oil in. I prefer the oil anyway. Yeah. Okay, next. Next, there is 3 points here. This one, and this one there. That needs some grease. So maybe with a little my stick is the better option. Yeah. Next one. Can you see the front of the head? There is rollers right here. Grease needs to be applied to all 4 of them. It says apply grease to all 4 rollers. So just take the whole rail and smear onto the rail like this. Okay. Okay, so I have it on the rail, and you can actually grease up that little shaft here with its spring, just like that. Yeah, over here. Now the bottom one, you just grab a little bit of this one. Can you see this rail? This is the other part that needs to be greased up, just like that. There we go. I'll move the head. Just like that. And grab some more here. And I will grease up on this side. And I'll move it back. This is so I can move the grease around easily. There we go. Stop it down and just go back a little bit. Now, according to the manual, the needle bar case and shafts need to be lubricated right here. I'm not gonna do that. I'll just put pure oil on all of them. This machine was seized up. I bought it seized up, and I don't think this grease is good enough for metal to metal. I'm okay for the case here, but here only pure oil I'm going to put, and I will continue with it when I'm putting the oil. Okay, now it says apply grease to the take-up lever, so I guess a little bit into here, and maybe the lubrication will disperse. I think they mean that the whole thing needs to be dismantled, yeah, and re-lubricated from the inside, which is insane. Insane. If you need to take the whole thing apart in order to I just can't believe if this is true. It's like insane amount of labor. Okay, just here as well, just in case that it needs some. Okay, now here onto this roller. Just like that. Onto the two shaft holes, which is here and there. It needs lubrication, it needs grease. I don't trust that. Then I'll spray from this side. There we go. Now it's into the needle threader gear, so the whole line here on the side. Next one is this gear here on the back of the machine. I'll just try to get a little bit and put on the top here, and I think we'll be able to onto the front shaft here, and this one is just for some nice oil. I don't think it's that much for, yeah, maybe it's for grease. I had a technician once and he said these points are better be grease because it's a slow movement. Okay, no problem. And last but not least, all of the guides where there is access, yeah. Nicely everywhere. I'll just move because it's so many things around. I'll just, oh, let me, I think I can just take one like this one and smear all of the excess. Will be taken out. This one is very good. If you watch my Tajima video, no, I had a Happy Japan. It's around the date I'm posting this video, and this access was so tight, was never lubricated. In the moment I put some oil, because I use oil, but actually it's in the manual says lithium grease because it's metal to metal. I think if this is plastic bushing, I'm not sure. It might dissolve it, so that's why I argue if it's metal to metal, I think lithium grease or oil, but if it's got anything to do with plastic, you better use the molecule because it's synthetic and it's not going to dissolve the whole thing. So what I was saying, yeah, in the moment I lubricated the axis, complete change in the way the machine works, like completely different machine. Okay, it doesn't say lubricate, the thing is here. Very strange, the gears, and I'm sure they need lubrication. If you have any ideas on what else it could be lubricated, share them in the comments. Now we're gonna start with oil. It definitely needs oil on the bushings, on the bearings. Where we can get this on, like here. There we go. And now there is a bearing here, little. I didn't saw that in the manual as well. This one right here. Okay, let's continue then. Now next thing, we'll remove grease and we'll type oil. Come on, oil, and we'll see all of the points where it needs oil. You can see that's the bottom, that's the bottom shaft. That's looking this part of the machine from underneath when it's removed, and we will spray. Can you see here this area? This is this bearing. Focus. Can you see this bearing? That's where it needs oil. So now I'll just take my oil and now we can only hope that it will go where it's supposed to go, because usually it needs to be disassembled, but I had success. It's pretty viscous, so it goes in. This is one point. Now the other point is, as I said, underneath right there. Yeah, how you gonna get there? You might disassemble the machine. I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing that much, so we can only hope that I will get in. There is a bearing, if you see, there is a bearing right here. Okay, so you can see there is an opening and there is another opening. So how exactly, I'm not sure. I'll try to aim. You can try yourself as well. Now next bit. This one right here. And this one right there. I just want to see something, yeah, so on this side as well. This 2 is more than enough. We continue with oil. Can you see the 2 bearings here? This was incorrect on this side. There we go. Okay, next. Okay, now when you look from the top, And on the other side as well. I have the screen here. So just hold the screen with one hand and I will spray it right there. Well, and according to the manual, that was it for oiling. I'll tell you what we're gonna do now. We'll take here and I'll just spray all of the needle bars. So you then get stuck needle bars on the top. You can do that while you do your embroidery as well. Very important. I would recommend every 5 to 6 hours. Don't be cheap now because you're gonna be expensive on machine. So just spray. And then here, I'll close this one. I'll show you. That's maybe more important than everything else. Get in here on the top, spray twice. Get in here on the side. Can you see? On the side, spray. Get on the bottom and spray. And also on the back behind. Yeah. Can you see how I'm putting the straw? Spray. That's it. And leave it to soak. Also, oh, I think I sprayed here. But anyway. And I would really like to spray these, but I don't think I should. Anyway, maybe a little bit. Just like that. Okay. Let's put the machine back together and give it a test. I would have put a little bit of grease on these levers as well on the back. I will actually do that now on the reciprocator. Put grease right here. It doesn't say, but put oil onto this one as well. It will fail otherwise. I've seen it failing. That's the main thing that fails. Watch Bumper Sewing Machine channel. You'll see one failed in the 3 parts video. 100%. Any other moving parts? Did we put in here oil? I think we did, yeah. So soaking with oil, but it is sewing. I hope the video is being helpful to you. On greasing, it's nice and quiet, it doesn't have no strange noises. It's okay.